Disclaimer. The views, information, or opinions expressed in this podcast are solely those of the hosts, guests, and individuals involved. They do not necessarily represent the views or opinions of any affiliated organizations, sponsors, or partners. This podcast is for informational and entertainment purposes only and should not be considered professional, medical, legal, or financial advice. Always consult a qualified professional regarding any questions or concerns you may have. Warning, this podcast may contain strong language, adult themes, or sensitive topics that may not be suitable for all audiences. Listener discretion is advised. By listening, you agree that the hosts and producers are not responsible for any actions you take based on the content of this program.
Hey guys, we are season 3, episode 2. I'm sitting here with Alice Mashile. She's a chef and a business owner. Alice, you've been in this premises now for about how long?
About a year. About a year and a bit. Just a year and a bit.
Yeah, I know we did chat a little bit about, especially with the COVID, what happened and everything, but we'll get there.
Yeah.
Tell me about your, as a African woman in South Africa, where did you grow up? What was your schooling like, your career path that you initially took?
Okay.
Let's start there.
Alrighty. My name is Alice Mashile.
Okay, Alice in Wonderland.
Yes, constantly wondering about everything. I grew up in Shawela, in Soweto, born and raised.
All right.
I come from a family of 5. I've got 2 brothers, so it's just 3 siblings that we have. And with our parents, yes, my dad has subsequently passed on. But about 30 years ago, we moved from Soweto to the East Rand in Spruitview. And yeah, essentially that's where I have been for the last number of years.
Are you still staying out that way?
Yes, I'm still staying with my mom in Spruitview.
Okay. And schooling, you did most of your schooling in Soweto, or was it?
Alrighty, it was like literally 2-pronged.
Yeah.
I did my basic primary education in Soweto.
Okay.
However, after the 1976 riots, there weren't much schooling in Soweto. So my mom shipped me off to various convent schools in Natal.
Oh, wow.
And I think having grown up with the shaping and guidance from nuns and monks, it sort of shaped my formative years, instilling discipline, self-control, and accountability. Yeah, so that's what I can take away from having grown in that Roman Catholic background and upbringing. It shaped a portion of who I have become. Yes. Yeah.
Are you a religious person?
I am very religious, born and raised Catholic. Hence, I went to various convent schools in Natal. But generally, I just believe in God. I don't necessarily have to go to a Catholic church to pray. I have been invited to various congregations, which I have been going. Yeah. You know, when all is said and done, we are looking at the same Almighty.
100%.
You know, so 100%. To speak.
And then once you finished with school, what was your, I know you spoke about your parents wanted you to do one thing. So let's talk about that. Like, what was your initial career path after school?
Great stuff. So when I finished matric, still in Natal, I came back home to Joburg and I studied at the University of Johannesburg. Okay. That was called Vista University back then. And I did a BCom accounts degree. Okay. Which at that time, when you and I had this conversation, I did tell you that my parents were not so very keen on me doing any other thing other than BCom accounts. And my heart had been on the hospitality path all along. However, because that's what my parents were willing to pay for at that time, I ended up doing BCom. And I majored in accounts auditing and business economics. And my first permanent job as an accountant was at the SABC after university. And I worked at the SABC for about 3 years as an accountant. However, during that time, the SABC was going through a lot of re-engineering processes. And I sort of wiggled my way and found myself in the marketing department, you know, and that's where my passion also grew of being in the marketing side of things, which I thoroughly enjoyed. Yes, the accounting side taught me quite a lot as well, which when I look back in retrospect has put me in good stead to be able to run my own business
100%.
and do my own books. So it wasn't totally in vain, really.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I suppose every career path, whether you stick to it or not, kind of supplements where you go in life.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
I agree.
lessons learned kind of thing.
True.
And then from there, I know again we spoke off screen. From there, we also spoke about where your parents kind of didn't want you to follow anything else. What was your paths when you had that conversation with them? What was the outcome of that?
You know, Shane, to be frank with you, my parents knew from the word go where my passion lied.
Yeah.
Because I remember as a child, I used to perch myself on a high chair just to elevate myself, to check what my mom was cooking.
Yeah.
Whatever she was baking. And I've always had that interest. And I know they knew that this is what I'd like to do. Because on certain weekends, like everyone else would be sleeping, but I'll be in the kitchen baking. I started baking when I was about 7 years.
Oh, wow.
Jane, I mean, at 7.
So it's a true passion. It's a true passion for you.
Yeah, true. One can barely read or write properly.
Yeah.
But for some odd reason,
You're baking.
I could read recipes on the recipe book, and very accurately so. Shane, you know, I look at this whole thing and I'm like, you know what? I think I was this very smart kid. Well, I didn't know then, but whatever I baked, it came out. It came out well. Yes, there'd been trials and errors in between, but yeah, the family tended to enjoy that which I had produced.
And you're standing up. I met your mom the other day, and how are they now with knowing that your business is running and you've gone this path and you've been successful at it? Are they happy?
Yeah, absolutely.
They're happy.
My mom is quite pleased. Unfortunately, my dad didn't live long enough to see my career change. But I think spiritually he can see wherever he is that this child has really pursued that which she had loved from the word go. Because I remember he bought me my first recipe book.
Oh, wow.
These were the mid-80s.
Sure.
Yes. My dad bought me my first recipe book, which I still have.
That's great.
Funny enough, I still have that recipe book, and I make references to it. And yeah.
And then, so now you've put the accounting aside. It was the BCom.
Yeah.
Put the BCom aside, and then you went and started studying hospitality, culinary.
Yeah.
You got qualified. What are you qualified as?
I'm a qualified pastry chef.
Okay.
Yes, but then when we get trained, you get trained holistically.
Okay.
And then in your final year, you then venture into that which you want to specialize in. So I've always been a baker. Okay. So yeah, I majored in pastry.
After getting qualified, where did your career lead you, leading up to where we are now?
Shane, very funny, because I finished my exams in June of 2024.
Yeah.
And for about 2 months, I thought to myself, you know what, let me rest. And I had come to Alberton to visit a friend. And while I was in the area, I thought, let me just come through here just to greet Letty.
Yes.
I didn't even know that she had opened this place, because I hadn't seen Letty in 5 years. The last I saw her was in 2019 when I did a little contract job upstairs.
Yes.
And that's how I had gotten to meet Letty then. But then 5 years later, when I just came through to greet her, she said to me, Alice, you're now a qualified chef. I'm actually in the process of selling this entire building. Would you be interested in taking over this business? I said, of course.
Yeah.
Letty, sure. And that's how I got to start this.
Well, that's great.
Yeah.
For the guys who are wondering where this is a coffee shop.
It is a coffee shop. Yes, it is a coffee shop.
It's called Socie-Tea.
Socie-Tea, yeah.
And it is, we'll cover now where you came up with the name. But it is in Charles Villiers Street in Alberton North. Come and grab a coffee and a feed, and you won't be disappointed. You know, you're dealing with a qualified chef, so the food's going to be top quality.
Absolutely.
So the name Socie-Tea, where did that come from?
Yeah. Shane, in my last year of training at culinary school, we were given a project.
Okay.
We're supposed to prepare a mood board.
A mood board.
A mood board, yes.
Explain that.
A mood board is a vision. It's a board of your vision,
okay,
of what you would like to see. Because when we were doing the final year, our head chef said, you just need to create a mood board of where you want to see yourself.
Okay.
So within the pastry space, I created a mood board comprising of a coffee shop, like
okay,
a confectionery type of thing. Yes. And the word society, I came to think of it then when I was doing the mood board, but I thought, let the society not be society as it is, but the tea would be the tea that you drink.
Yes.
Hence the logo, my logo looks the way it does. And inside the teacup is my mother's face.
I see that now. I only see that now.
Because I needed to bring her into this journey that I had embarked upon.
Yeah.
Looking back, when she did not want me to be in this type of space, but I needed to acknowledge her somehow that, Mom, look at where we have reached. Yeah. So she is part of my logo. Her face is inside the teacup there, as you can see.
Well, I suppose she did plant the seed.
She did.
You know, when you were a little girl, when you were there in the kitchen, and she planted that seed. Yeah. She doesn't even know it, you know. And biblically, it's the mustard seed that grows into the big tree. And
absolutely. True that. And she influenced a lot of what I have become. Even though, Shane, when I look back in retrospect, she did not want to admit it to herself then.
Yeah.
And also me having done this mood board back at culinary school, it showed me that, you know, when you have this vision, you put it down in writing, God just makes it happen.
100%.
When I did the mood board, I never even knew that I would really have a coffee shop that is running. So essentially, the idea was planted then when I did that mood board back at school. I was still waiting for the graduation when I now had to literally hit the ground running with this coffee shop, which I feel very blessed about.
No, you're very blessed. And it's such a beautiful little shop too.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Shane. Because when we, as chefs, we work in various industries.
Yes.
A lot of chefs are working towards moving and starting their own thing. I was blessed to have been given this business, like literally in a platter. Yeah. I was given this business before I even graduated, because I started running this at 2024 in August. I only graduated in October. Yeah.
Yeah, that is a blessing. And exactly what you say, you know, God's will, God's time. And that was just your time. It was planned that way.
Absolutely. My stars were like literally aligned.
Yes. Let's take a step back from the business. Tell me about your family life. Are you married? Do you have children? Where are you in that space?
Oh, okay. At this at this moment, Jane, yes, life has happened. Yes, I was married for a long time, for about 23 years.
Oh, wow.
But then life happened.
Yes.
I've got two beautiful daughters from that marriage. And my ex-husband and we're still in good terms.
Yes.
I mean, our daughters are grown, so they really...
How old are they now?
30 and 22.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, respectively.
Yeah. And what are they doing now? What are they?
My eldest daughter works in Hong Kong.
Oh,
currently.
Wow.
Yes. She holds a master's in political science.
That's incredible.
From Wits University.
That is incredible.
And the baby is currently doing her 4th year of law at the University of Cape Town.
That's incredible.
Yes.
Wow. You truly are blessed.
Thank you.
And you're making some very intelligent children.
I suppose it comes from both sides.
You make good food and intelligent children.
The dad is very smart, so I suppose it comes from both sides. Thank you, Shane.
And since then, you haven't really... have you moved on since then? Have you? There's no other children in the picture?
Yeah, well, it's an empty nest.
Yeah.
But I think I've literally given birth to another child, which is my business, which I'm nurturing now. And yeah, so this is what keeps me busy.
Yeah.
But sometimes I don't feel like I'm really at work because I'm doing my passion. I'm doing that which I really love. So it doesn't really feel like a day at work.
Yeah.
Really.
Well, there's that old adage that says that if you follow your passion and your passion becomes your job, you don't work a day in your life.
Absolutely. Yeah, totally.
You know,
I totally agree.
True. I kind of sit in the same boat as you with the gym. Is my passion is what I'm busy doing.
Yes.
So for me, it also doesn't feel like I'm working. It feels just like I'm doing something that I want to do. You know, I wake up and this is my job. How happy can I be?
Yeah, totally agree.
Yeah.
And like Shane, you running your own business, you know, it's not always roses and cream.
100%.
It's difficult. You have to adapt and change with the times. Check what the customers are looking for and adapt accordingly. So I am currently now in the process of relooking at my business model.
Yes.
What seemed to have worked last year is no longer meeting my expectations, as well as that of customers. I think customers are very fickle. It's a hit or miss
especially
type
when it
of
comes
thing.
to food.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
And working with food as well, Shane, you can't take a chance. Customers are very informed. They know what they want to pay for. And as a chef, you constantly have to keep abreast with the developments in the food industry, taking into consideration the safety and food safety and storage thereof. So it becomes very tricky. You have to really, really meet the bylaws of your hygiene standards and make sure that everything you put on a plate for customers is what they look at what they are presented with. And if they like what they see, then they taste. When they like what they taste, they will keep coming back.
100%.
You know, so one just needs to keep abreast with everything that is happening in the industry. And the last thing you want, sorry, Shane, last thing you want as a chef is to be litigated because of 100%. Food poisoning. So there's a whole, I could spend a whole day with you, Shane, just talking about food safety and standards on its own. That's a topic on its own.
It is. You know, I see like there's quite a few coffee shops at the side. You can see, as with any business, I suppose, we go through seasons.
Sure.
You know, there's some seasons high, some seasons low, and exactly what you're saying is that sometimes what worked last year isn't working this year.
Sure.
And you do have to reanalyze what's going on. And I find a lot of business people, as soon as the tough part comes in, that hard season, already there's this isn't for me. I'm going to quit. And they shut down business.
Yeah.
But I think the people who ask, because we've been around for about 14, 15 years now.
Wow, that's great, Sean.
And there's been times when I've said, this isn't working.
Yeah.
Financially, this isn't working.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And also being in this space of where we've been blessed as well with Letty and, you know, it's been a blessing being here. But to the business owners, don't quit, don't give up. There's ups and downs. There's a roller coaster.
Yeah, true.
You know, but the end result is what you're looking for.
Oh my goodness. And Shane, for you to even say you've been in this type of business for over 14 years. I've only been running this for a year and a bit. And I know, Shane, there's been times last year, I'm like, Lord, what am I doing here?
100% pray.
What am I doing here? Because things are just not going according to the way you think they would have. But then you speak to people who have been in various forms of businesses. They say, Alice, first 3 years, it's not child's play. Yeah. You are still in your honeymoon phase. First year, don't you ever think of quitting.
Yeah,
we know how difficult it is, but just the tenacity. Shane, it's not as easy as people make it out to be.
You know? Even though you work in something that you're passionate about, the minute you have your own business, your working hours disappear.
Absolutely.
Your working hours disappear. You don't work 9 to 5 anymore. You work 24/7.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Then people don't see you in social circles anymore because you are constantly running, doing this event, the other event type of thing. So you tend to miss a lot of family time.
Yes.
But you know what, Jane, we have to give and take. It takes a lot of sacrifice as well.
You know, it's the thing you pray for,
Yeah.
and that God then gives you. You cannot sit and moan about what He gave you. You know?
Oh my goodness, the irony.
Yeah.
You know, Jay, the irony. So that, like I was saying to you earlier, that there were times last year when I said, Lord, what am I doing here? Why have you brought me here? You know, you always read scriptures in the Bible that the Lord is not going to bring you to a certain place and then leave you.
100%.
And I'm like, oh, jeez. Lord, let's be realistic. Rent needs to be paid.
Yeah. Yeah, we also do that.
And lots of other overheads that come with it. Yeah. So.
Yeah, no, look, it's tenacity. It's, again, that old saying of tough times make tough people.
Yeah, true.
And it's very true, because sometimes it feels like you're drowning.
Yeah.
And then you pray on it, and the Lord comes and helps you swim to the nearest shore. And, you know, you just got to be rough and tough about it. And today's times, things is, you can ride this high wave, and the next minute
you plummet.
And
then you wonder.
Push through. And again, for all the small business owners out there, just stick to it. Stick to it. Things get better. Times change. Going forward, what I would like to do, because Alice will say, like in this little coffee shop, there's also a little conference room. So when you guys come over here, you can come and have a coffee, have a feed, come and sit and use the conference room if you want. Do you have Wi-Fi here?
Yes, we do have Wi-Fi.
There's Wi-Fi. You can connect to Wi-Fi. You can come and work here. You can come and have a meeting over here, business-wise. I think what we'll do going forward is I might actually come and use your conference room for some of the podcasts.
Great stuff. That would be awesome.
You know, then
Shane, we need to utilize this space.
Then at least
it can't just stand.
Because I've been trying to put up a studio somewhere so that it becomes like audio-wise as well. Because sometimes when I go and I have a podcast somewhere, the audio is so bad because it's so noisy wherever we are. And then I've got to scrap that whole episode.
Jeez, I can imagine.
You know, I recently did an episode with a gentleman who was fighting cancer. And I had to unfortunately scrap that whole episode because the audio was so bad.
Oh my goodness.
So I'm waiting for him. He's unfortunately ill again. So we're just waiting for him to heal up so he's got enough strength to sit with me.
We wish him speedy recovery.
Yeah, I've been praying for him plenty. But if we could come and sit in a place like this, we can sit and have a coffee, and it's a nice quiet room.
It is, absolutely. It's soundproof.
Yeah.
It is soundproof. So
that is beautiful.
It would.
So guys, if you need a space like that, or you want to come and sit and have a meeting, please come through. We're on our time. So last punt. How do people get a hold of you? How do people find? Are you on social media?
Okay. Alrighty. I'm very traditional already. Should you need to reach me on my cell number is 072-182-2708. I repeat, 072-182-2708. And my email is alice.mashile27@gmail.com. And the Instagram page that my daughter is literally running for me, the handle is @Socie-Tea. It's actually @Socie_T_Deli.
Okay. I'm sure if they search for it, it'll come up.
Absolutely.
But,
it would.
What I'll do as well is just I'll attach the handle in our post for this, so you'll be able to find the handle. Yeah. And then they can get to your page as well.
Absolutely.
I'm sure you'll have photos of the place up so they can come and see. Like I said, guys, we are in Charles Cilliers. We're in Malanzhof building. They are right on the bottom floor. Come and have a tea. Come and have a cha. Come and use this space for meetings, for just getting away from the office, and come and meet Alice.
Absolutely. And one of the things that I'm planning on doing now this year is setting up a juice bar. So please, other than tea, coffee, the usual drinks, please, there'll be a juice bar coming through this year. Amazing.
But Alice, thank you very much for being on the show.
It's a pleasure, Shane. Thanks for having me.
We'll have this out probably next day.
Okay.
But thank you again so much. Appreciate it.
It's a pleasure. Thank you so much,
Thanks for tuning in. See you in the next one.